Now it's a pleasure for me to introduce another of our awardees and a guy that's been a good friend of mine for over 20 years, and that is Lawrence Kadish. Lawrence Kadish is going to receive the Lifetime Achievement Judeo-Christian Award. And the first time that I ever met Lawrence and his wife Susan Kadish, who is here, was in Jerusalem 20 years ago, when my family and I, my son Nick and his wife Charlotte are here, but we went together as a group to the Holy Land, and that's where I got to know this man, Lawrence Kadish, and we've been personal friends for the last 20 years, both he and Susan, and my wife Suzanne, who's in Denver with my 3-day-old new granddaughter. But this is a great American. He has had, like Secretary Ross, had a brilliant career in business, but he's continued to be active, using what God's blessed him with materially to help make this a better world for a lot of other people. He has started the Museum of American Armor in Long Island. He's a founding member of the Human Rights Voices, which is a nonprofit organization committed to righting the abuses worldwide against victims of different kinds of abuse. I could go on and on about Lawrence and his generosity, but he also is a very effective man in anything in which he gets involved with, whether it's government or policy or protecting American values, the cause of democracy, or the future of our great country, which also concerns him greatly. Please help me welcome Lawrence Kadish.
Wow. Thank you, James. I got off the plane. I feel like a kid. I'm just another Jewish kid from Brooklyn. And I'm honored to accept this award, whatever award it is. I think it got to be good. Stewardess asked me if I wanted a wheelchair. That finished me off. I was because I feel like a kid. I keep active, and it's great. Let me tell you about James Nicholson. I know him a long time. There isn't a greater patriot, and his wife Suzanne. They are real troopers. And when I started with Jim, I was just beginning in the political world. I met a man. I was always searching for people that I could learn from, and Jim was one of them. And then I thought, let me get to what I wrote here. And before I do that, please allow me to pay public tribute to one of the most important women in this room, my wife of 56 years, Susan Kadish. And on the subject of Judeo, the award is Judeo-Christian. Well, Susan's father was a Catholic. Family was from Italy. And I'm a Jewish boy from Brooklyn. And Brooklyn was a great place. But let's start looking at the word Judeo-Christian. There's a there is but a small hyphen between the words Judeo and Christian. It infers there are but modest differences between the two religions, differences so small that as we go through our busy days, they're not noticeable. Yet the bonds of mutual respect and common value are enormously strong and self-evident. It is a powerful legal, ethical, and religious relationship that illuminates our lives and instructs our behavior. I don't need to do it. I'm all right. We came from the same roots and worship the same Father in heaven. It means that our similarities are greater than our theological differences. The distance between us is so small that it can be bridged with a modest, insignificant line between two words. Given that simple but profound truth, I was so very proud to help underwrite the movie 9 Days That Changed the World, which captured Pope John Paul's historic 9-day pilgrimage to Poland in 1979. Those 9 days sparked a revolution of conscience that transformed Poland and ultimately led to the fall of communism and the Soviet Union in 1991. It was hosted by Newt and Callista Gingrich, and my friend Dave Mossy of Citizen United was right behind it also. The film also included an interview with Secretary Nicholson, and I'm delighted to be with him today, and congratulations on his 8th grandchild, and many more to come. So my friends from New York who don't know Jim Nicholson, it's worth repeating. I need to offer personal remarks about the Secretary, who served as ambassador to the Vatican when he received an award from the Pope for his human rights leadership, a decorated veteran, Vietnam vet. A self-made businessman, he exemplifies the selfish public servant. No glasses, no wheelchair, no glasses. He's a man who seeks to repay the debt we all owe this great democracy. The world has profoundly changed from the time of the Cold War that followed World War II. It was a time when we confronted a dangerous but rational Soviet Union. It was an era when the doctrine of mutual assured destruction, it was called MAD, mutual assured destruction. It kept the Cold War from becoming a nuclear conflict. While there are those in this room who warned that radical Islamic fundamentalists had already declared war in the West, few knew or cared what that truly meant until 9/11. Today, a radicalized religion instills a death culture in the young people. It seeks nothing less than our nation to live under their religious Sharia law and the destruction of Judeo-Christian principles we celebrate this evening. And suicide is their weapon of choice. The deterrence, that doctrine of mutual assured destruction that kept democracy and communism from annihilating each other, is gone. What we have today is a radical Islam countries and people that do not fear death. They rather welcome it as an avenue to a glorious afterlife. So let us not be lulled into a false sense of security. The war on terror is real, it is constant, and it is a moral threat to our democracy. It requires patriots of all ethnic backgrounds, all religions, and all walks of life to be part of the response against all civilization abusers. I'm not finished, but thank you for listening. It's very important. Tonight, on a happy note, tonight I'm equally honored to be here with a longtime friend and colleague, the Honorable Joseph Mondello, and his lovely wife, Linda. One who early on recognized the strength of Donald Trump. He was amongst the first to endorse him in his pursuit of the presidency, allowing one of the strongest Republican county committees in the nation to stand with him during a bruising primary race. He is a proud Italian-American who has never forgot his roots and remains a staunch patriot who has served and would serve. So again, congratulations, Chairman, on your honor, and congratulations to all the honorees and for the prestigious award that is being given to me. And may God protect all those who cherish, embrace, and protect our principles of brotherhood and mutual respect. Thank you.
Thank you.